Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. I am Dawn, your host, aka J&J Video Reacts. And this is a stream that's been created for you traders to have a place to come and kick back after the market decompress after the market happens, and so we can decompress and just kind of chill, go over strategies, go over coaches videos, which is what we're going to do tonight. Maybe get our learn on. I don't know what happened to my intro, but somehow it got deleted. So Bruno, did you do that? I owe you. But yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but I will find it and re-upload it. But we're gonna go without the intro today. We still got our music though for tonight. When we leave out. Shout out to Ken Mayfield. The American Dream Trading Anthem is such an amazing song, and it basically depicts what we all kind of are feeling while we're trading, while we're learning with Coach. And it really is a place to change his lives. If you want to join American Dream Trading, all you got to do is go to none other than americandreamtrading.com, and you can go ahead and get signed up with a 7-day free trial. You can go ahead and get signed up with our stocks and options membership, which is the premium membership that gives you IPO Center. It gives you pre-market setup. It also gives you access to our hot stock picks, our terminology, stock terms to be familiar with, ebooks, flashcards, you name it, all sorts of video libraries that you have access to as a premium member, not to mention our Traders Lounge. You can talk with other members in the lounge even before you sign up. You can talk with members, non-members, anybody that's in there, and if you have questions, there's somebody in there 24/7 to be able to answer them for you. So all you got to do is go ahead and sign up for the 7-day free trial, and once your trial period is up, you will be renewed at the regular rate of $125 a month. If you want to join crypto, same deal. You can join crypto and learn with Chris and Bucko, two best crypto kings in the world. And that renews at a rate of $50 a month, because we're trying to build that, as well as futures. Futures is $249 a month. I believe Coach mentioned something about taking it back down to $125 a month without the Trading View indicators. I don't know if he did that yet, but right now it is $250 a month with the Trading View indicator overlay that helps you in your trades. So all of those come with a 7-day free trial. Check it out. Right now, we're trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers. So do me a favor, smash that like button, share the content out, and hit subscribe. We are currently sitting at 17,000. I'm secreting that, right? I'm manifesting that. We're sitting at 16,714 subscribers, only 3,286 to go to get to that 20K. I know we can get it done. I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that we can get that done. Let me also put the link down there in my Copilot, because we got to celebrate. James L., come on up here, brother. Where is it? There it is. There is the linkage. For those of you who don't know, James L. was made a full mod today, baby. He deserves it. He has earned it. He has spent a lot of time in this group, helping others and just participating and contributing. I think I hear him. Yep. And contributing in a way that is so appreciated, especially here on the Aftermarket. Hey, man.
Mr. Dawn?
What's up?
Me?
All right, you should be. There it is. You should be, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, you deserve it. You put your time in, you're always in here, always in the pre-market, helping out Mark, helping out crypto. I mean, you're amazing, man. Seriously, seriously. So, have
Thank
you
you.
been in the Mod Lounge yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Get to see the back end of stuff, the
Yeah.
conversations that we have and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I've,
So,
I've, 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 I've been browsing a little bit, just, trying to figure out what I'm looking at, not, being, cautiously browsing.
right, right.
Right.
And the ticket tool and stuff like that, you could probably help out with stuff like that because I know you like being helpful and
Yeah.
answering questions. So, yep, just get yourself acclimated. Keep your eyes on that Mod Lounge. Check in with it every, 20 minutes, every hour or something like that, because you never know what coach is going to put in there.
Yep.
But you know what I mean. Other than that, you should be good to go. And then we can actually DM each other now. On Discord.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just cautiously browsing, because I don't want to start clicking stuff and causing problems until I know what I'm
Right,
looking at.
right. Yep.
So, but
But
like I said in the chat earlier, I always do my best. If it's not enough, it's your fault.
right. It's your own fault, man. So I
No,
figured
no,
we.
it's your fault.
No, it's your fault. I know what you were saying. I said
It's,
it's your own fault.
it's your fault.
He's trying to blame it on me, y'all. Um, yeah, I know. Did he give you the keys to the kingdom? Because, like, did you come in here and steal my intro? Dude, I went to go put the intro on, and my intro is gone. I don't know what the hell happened. So I hope that wasn't deleted by accident by Coach or Mark or Bruno or somebody. But I think I still have it somewhere in my editing, one of my editing apps. So I'll try to find that and re-upload it. I went to go find it. I'm like, where's my intro?
Well, it may still be some of that AWS remnant stuff, because I noticed when I restarted my computer this morning, there were a few things that were a little wacky.
Missing. Yeah.
Worked, but they weren't right.
Yep. So, um, so I figured we'd do a watch party. I went back to the because Palm got me so inspired with the learned helplessness this afternoon. Did you hear that?
Do I now?
Palm did a and I asked Bruno if I could edit it. I went on ahead and recorded Palm doing a master class
Oh
called
yes, yeah,
Learned Helplessness.
yeah.
And that hit home like big time. And Palm, if you're listening, thank you, man. Yeah, that hit home. That resonated big time because I am that person, and sometimes you feel like somebody's speaking directly to you, and that's arrogant because he's speaking to everybody in the group. But sometimes it feels like you're the person that they're talking to, right? And the funny thing is he was talking to me, but he was also talking to me and anybody else who is doing what I'm doing. You feel me? So, take it. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what that's all about, right? He wasn't particularly targeting anybody, but if the shoe fits, wear it. And I am wearing the shit out of that shoe, right? So, I think I might just, you know, take a chill pill for a little bit and go back to hot stock picks. You know what I mean? Just put like 20, $30 in the account and just go back. Not that don't get me wrong, I'm not losing money or anything, but my mindset is not where I want it to be still, right?
Right.
And I think that I will take a step back and just go to, and not that it's a step back, because it's created millionaires in that damn hot stock pick section, right? So that's where Mark honed his skills. That's where GC honed his skills. That's where a lot of people hone their skills. Ange, right? So I'm just going to go back to hot stock picks and really re-examine waiting in the weeds and that strategy, because he said, pick something that you did well with, right?
Right.
And just keep doing it over and over. Well, that was something that came relatively easy for me because I understand the L2. And I did a lot of good trades just waiting in the weeds, but I got caught up in the hype. The same thing happened to GC because he was like, he no longer wanted to wait in the weeds because he wanted to scalp. He wanted to do the slingshot, right? And Mark, same thing. Mark will tell you to this day, he has no patience for the EWO or waiting in any weeds.
Right.
Okay. But I am not where I want to be with scalping. So I feel like I have to do that for me. And I was pretty good at it. So I'm like, okay, hey, if that's what works for you, then do that. It takes you out of the whole options thing for right now, even though you're making some good progress with that 21. Um, Take a step back. Just take a step back and just do 1, 2 shares at a time and get it to where you can do it without thinking about it. You know what I mean? He really inspired me to do that and just
Good.
brush it off and go back and just do that. I don't really need to, but I need to. Just for me, just to make sure my head's on right and get my thinking right, right? So thank you, Palm, if you're listening, because I am damn sure gonna do that. I might just pick open and go buy a share of open and just trade open. You know what I mean? Just pick one. And open seems to be pretty consistent in what it's doing. So yeah, and it's $8. I can get a couple shares of it and just, make a little 20-cent run here and there. And yeah, so anybody else get that message from him today? Did it resonate with any of you down there in the chat? Did it resonate with you, James? Because I know you're
Uh,
kicking some ass right now, so it may not have.
well, no, it did, but I'll be completely honest. I'm looking forward to the recording
Yeah,
because I heard part of it, and
gotcha.
then I got to talking to Mark, and that was done, and then I heard another part. So
Yep,
it was kind of intermittent, but
I gotcha. I sent the timestamp of it to Bruno as soon as it was done, and I asked him if I could edit it that way. If I can go ahead and knock that out, we can go ahead and get it uploaded quickly because I'll go ahead and just spend the next couple days and knock that out. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah,
That way it won't get, not that anything gets lost in the sauce. They got a lot of stuff that they're doing, so it takes time. But if I'm the only one messing with it and focusing on it, then I'll try to lock it down and make it really special and get it out before the end of the week. You know what I mean? Um, but so we'll see. I'll keep you posted if he lets me do that. And as soon as it's out, I will let you guys know. Right? We'll put it in videos on demand. But man,
I think
that
it's
was
great
deep.
that it inspired you because well, I can't speak for Palm, but I think that is one of his main driving factors is to reach people.
Yeah, it is, and it definitely reached me. I'm like, because it does spill over into multiple areas of your life, and everything's good at home, but there's other things that I'm focused on health wise and stuff like that it helps with when you're trading right and you're eating right and all of that. It all goes hand in hand. So that hit home. That just really, really, really hit home, right? That was kind of like a come to Jesus talk that I needed, right?
Right.
So thank you, Palm, if you're listening. Let me say hey to everybody down there. What's up? Anybody down there? Anybody in La La Land want to say hi? Is that F too? Hey F. Yeah, your boy hit me in the gut today, boy. Oraclo, what's going on, bro? And I see that darn cricket is down there again. We gotta do something about that darn cricket, man. Papa Todd, what's up, bro? Hanging in the afternoon. F2 said, yeah, the congrats to you, James L. Oh, he's saying congrats to James L. Nature Guy 17. Where is she? Oh man. Mikey B, what's going on? Izzy, what's happening? Leonard Jones, what's up, LJ? How you doing, buddy? I'm in the process of getting one of my friends to join Discord. Nice, darn cricket. And becoming one of our ADT family. Yay! Get that thing done. Get them in here. Change their life, darn cricket. And Sam, please hit the like button. Yes, please do that, gang. JJ Vegan Knowledge, what's up, my sweetheart? Thank you so much for always being there and always being supportive. Giving James a congrats down there. Lily, what's up? I don't remember seeing a Lily in here before. How you doing, Lily? Welcome. Zachary Bondas, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, don't forget to smash that like button. Bucko is in here. Michael Anthony. Michael Anthony said, so you bought Open. Ralph, Open is just below support. Ralph, what's up? Come on up here, man. I might have to grab me some Open now. Ralph, why you always trade when I'm trading? Why you always trade when I'm trading? Be original, Ralph. That's one of the best things. Be original. I'm kidding.
I'm really surprised you didn't look at BYND.
No, you know what? I don't like BYND because it does one thing one day and then the next. I mean, it's just I lost money on BYND before.
Yeah, the last couple of days, it's been in an uptrend.
I know it does that and then it'll drop on you. But I'll look at it. It can't hurt.
Trade the trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know what? I got a focus right now that I'm doing. I don't even think I'm gonna mess with nothing but Open right now. How much cash does Open have? What are you asking about, their financials or how much is the stock? The stock is about what, $7 and some change? I think
somewhere around. Well, no, actually, I think it bounced back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's between $7 and $8 right now, but it's gotten upwards of what, $9-10, you know? So, but it's a good one and it moves consistently on a daily basis if you check out the ATR. And I don't know what the ATR is on it right now, but it moves consistently.
It's sitting at about 694 right now.
694. Richard, get out of that shit. No, it's getting in the sixes, Richard.
You gotta, like Palm said, go back and look at. Well, Richard knows what he's doing anyway.
He has mapped that stock out to the fullest, so he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Michael Anthony, Beyond will crash again. No one eats their food. I know. I stopped eating. I used to be a Beyond fan. And don't get me wrong. I like their stuff, right? I do like their stuff, but I don't eat it as much anymore because, process is process. I don't care if it's vegan. I don't care if it's made out of chickpeas. They're processing it in some type of way. So I don't really like eating processed food. You know what I'm saying? So it tastes good if you throw them on a grill. Beyond Burgers, I like those better than Impossible Burgers. But again, too much processed stuff is not good for you.
Aren't they the same thing?
What?
I mean, I don't want to knock it. I haven't. I think I have tried one of those Impossible Burgers one time because they messed up my order. But
no, they're not.
They're not.
There's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference in the taste of Beyond and Impossible. Yeah, if you get Impossible at home, to me, Impossible has no taste. The only way I would even remotely eat an Impossible Burger is if it's off a grill. And I'll get Burger King from time to time because it's flame broiled, so they grill it. But on a grill, yeah. But Beyond on a grill, dude,
flame broiled.
You might have a hard time telling the difference between one of my Beyond Burgers and an actual burger made from meat. I'm telling you that those burgers, when you grill those up, yeah, they're the bomb. They're good.
Well, I think that's what I heard somebody saying that the latest news on them was that signed some kind of deal to start selling their product at Walmart.
They used to. What like okay, they something did happen because I noticed I didn't see them as much, but I used to always order Beyond from Walmart. So they've been in Walmart. Their breakfast sausage, you James, if you tried their breakfast sausage, you wouldn't be able to tell that from Bob Evans. I'm telling you, it's that good.
Well, yeah, but Walmart's another one of those that what you can get online and what you can get in store. I mean, I can go to Walmart.com and order a casket.
I know. Well, I
You
order
can
the
get
delivery,
go
the
look.
grocery delivery.
I'm not playing.
James, I've ordered furniture. The desk that I have my Walmart,
Yeah.
good desk too. Really good desk. Like not one of those cheap pieces. It's a good desk. So like 2, 3 years ago. So yeah, Walmart has some online. Hey, you can get anything you need from there. I think we got somebody joining us. I heard the doorbell. Get out of here. Where'd you come from?
LJ, I'm
What's
guessing
up?
Leonard Jones.
Leonard. He might be
Hello.
fiddling with his mic. Well, whenever you're ready, we're here. Jeffrey, hey, how you doing, bud? Okay, so I have candle scalping with stop lessons, which is a playlist that we did start before, and it had some really good scalping videos in there. So I grabbed that one.
Okay.
This I grabbed this off of Discord. You know, whenever we go with the Discord playlist, for some reason it seems to be I can't find these in the on regular YouTube, so I think these might be ones that he took off. All right, let's start with Leonard. When you get your mic working, you just let us know, okay? What
Can you
just
hear me?
happened there? Yeah, we hear you. What's up? How are you?
Great, great. Pleasure to be on the show finally and speak. What's up, James L?
How you doing, sir?
You two have Ben's initials, LJ, JL.
I noticed that.
I'm surrounded by L's and J's up here, Jen. I love it.
Great. How are y'all doing?
We are doing wonderful. How'd you do today? Did you trade?
Yep. I traded today.
How'd you do today? We must have a serious delay, James.
I do have a serious delay.
How did you do today? Okay, so okay, you don't have to talk about it. um, that bad, huh? Um, no. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the playlist started. How about that? And if you
There
have
we go.
something that you want to say, you let us know, and we will stop the playlist. Appreciate you coming up and hanging out with us, though. All right, let me get that turned up. Yep. Wait a minute. Speaking of which, this reminded me of a trade earlier today. I did get in one trade today with IWM that I was. Remember when it reached high of day? I don't know if you watch it, but it got to a point where it had reached high of day and it kept bouncing along that level. And I have it marked out. So I refuse to get in a call because I'm like, this is put city all day long. But then it broke that level and continued to climb. Well, once it did that, all of a sudden it had two. I went on ahead and got out of it because I got in a put. I'm like, I'm not getting in a call and it's way up here and it keeps knocking the ceiling, right? Well, all of a sudden it started pushing to the upside. So I said, oh, hell no, I'm not going to sit here and take a huge loss either because it decided it wanted to climb the rest of the day, right? So this thing, all of a sudden, no sooner than I got out of it, it had two huge knife drop candles. And I had gotten 10 contracts at 4 cents each. So it cost me $40, right? So I hurried up and got out of it. I think I lost like $10, right? No, I lost 20. Dude, that shit went from 40 cents to 13, from 4 cents to 13 cents with those two candle drops. You talking about somebody that was pissed off. Oh my God. If I had just stayed in that a minute longer, because Trump apparently got on TV and started talking trash and started, sorry. Oh,
Uh-huh.
got on the, Mr. T got on TV and started saying some things, and it had a huge knife drop that would have taken. I had 10 contracts, James. It went from 4 cents to 13 cents, man. And then the last time I looked at it, it was 18 cents, and I refused to look at it anymore. But then it ultimately, as it started climbing, it went back down to like 6 cents. But I'm like, oh, no, you did not do. Literally, no sooner than I got out of it, it dropped like a rock. I was like, you mother,
Yeah,
because I knew it was gonna go down.
I got in
Not like that though.
I got in a scalp in Apple this morning. I was up 50, $60 and got out and went to get back in and bounce off the nine and it pulled against me. So I cut it loose at about $10. I think it filled it like 22. So still green for the day. Give some back, but like, okay, well, I'm going to stop there. Keep what green I've got.
Yep, I don't blame you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh man, but yeah, I'm like, you son of a.
Can you guys hear me now?
There he is.
Hey, how are you? We hear you.
I am fantastic. How y'all doing?
We are
Great.
doing well. We're glad to have you up here on the panel. I think this is your first time up here, isn't it?
Yes, it is my first time up.
Because you are always in the chat. You've been in the chat for years. I remember calling out Leonard Jones a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I stayed in the background.
Well, it's good to hear your voice. Wow, what is with these brothers with these very white voices, man? I'm telling you, Darth Trader. There's a couple of Reg P. You need to be a DJ too. You got a really nice voice.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So how you
Yes.
doing in your trading? You're still in the group, so that's a good thing. You must be doing okay, right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Have some good days, have some bad days, but overall, I'm doing okay.
Is there any questions you have? Anything you want to work on? You want to pull up a trade or anything? Or you just want to
I,
hang out
I
with us?
don't, I just came up to hang out, and because you
Okay.
guys have been up here a long time, and I haven't been up, so I decided to get out of the background and take my first step today.
Wow. Thanks for the support,
Cool.
man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Yeah. You know.
Yeah,
And
James L inspires me.
you know what? I know it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. I'm like, James, you probably find that a lot more people will start doing that. You know,
Good.
um, I was
Good.
telling James, it's like it seems like, and if you stop and think about it, the aftermarket is a good place to do that because not only are you putting yourself out there, but you're getting helped, you're helping others, and Coach watches these shows, even though he sometimes he watches them live, sometimes he'll go back and watch it, right? And other people will see it. And when you put yourself out there, that this is one of the first places he sees people, right? And he sees who you are, how you sound, what you're doing, how you're helping people. And I love that this has kind of become a platform that kind of catapults people into the spotlight a little bit, and then they go on and they're in the Zoom call and all of that, and or they're in the Zoom call and they come over here and then they talk. So it's one of the avenues that gets you seen so
Oh yeah,
that coach
love it.
can say, hey, hey, all right, I think I like that person for the team, for the group. So yeah, welcome, and I'm glad you stepped out of the shadows. Good to meet you
Thank you very much.
for sure. And
Well, and
anything
it's
you
it's generally a smaller group, so a lot less to be nervous about.
right?
And I think it was actually great that when Coach approved. They don't have to do the camera.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people get nervous about that. Seeing yourself and hearing yourself, and that just kind of gets uncomfortable.
Well, he wants the panel to be full, and I had told him, I said, listen, one of the changes we might want to make is to, not let people have to always use the camera. And he was initially um, against it, but he said, you know what? If anything to make the show better and make people feel more comfortable. So if some people don't want to be on camera, at first it was just a thing where if you were a millionaire, you didn't have to come on camera, right?
Right.
And it's like let's extend that to everybody because some people may not feel comfortable on camera, and we may get more involvement. So it hasn't necessarily changed the numbers all that much, but it is at least an option that you don't have to have your camera if you come up. So
Well, and I could get the other side of it, wanting to have the camera on with
have an interaction with people. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It makes it
I
more
get it.
personal, and then whether you're dealing with a scammer or AI or
Right.
God only knows what. But
But ultimately, more involvement is key. And if that's what helps make people feel more comfortable to come up, then, he was like, all right, well, hell, let's try it. You know,
yep.
oh, we got somebody else. Come on. Come on with it. All right. We got Jacob Dillon coming up to the stage.
Step
Hello,
two.
What's
How are you,
up?
sir?
I'm doing all right. Congratulations, Mr. James. Well
Thank you,
deserved.
sir.
Well deserved.
Yep.
F2, the next millionaire, loan me $5.
Uh, I'll give you 450, and then we have to talk about the other 50 cents later. Okay?
Ah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
wow. But yeah, man. Oh, man. So we're just doing a little watch party and looking at some of these scalping videos, trying to hone our skills. Did you hear Palm's helplessness speech today? Learned helplessness?
Yes, I did. I am one living proof of one of his confidence.
I thought about you.
That he's
Yeah.
done wonders for me. That's
I thought about you so much on that. I was like, and I'm like, wow, we all have literally watched you go from that to where you are now, right? And it's just amazing to watch, and I'm already a ham. I don't care about the spotlight, right? But I would like to be a lot more consistently successful trading, right? Because that helps. Because I think that would draw people in, and they'd want to talk about trades and things like that, and I'd feel more confident instructing people in trades. But it's weird. those that can't do teach, but I don't want to be one of those that can't do. I want to be able to do it and teach it, right? So I don't want that to be my MO, right? I want to be a more successful trader. So I'm just going to keep on watching, learning, and doing what I can. I just happen to be somebody who um, I've always kind of had these management positions, right? Because I'm a communicator. I communicate with people. Now I don't care who you are, I will communicate with you. I don't care if you're Julia Roberts. I will say, "Hey, Julia, what's going on, girl?" I'm not, you know what I mean? It's they put on their pants one leg at a time, just like I do, right? I've never been intimidated by who's who and all of that. I just talk to people because ultimately, at the core of it, everybody's a human being. Everybody has the need to feel appreciated, wanted, needed, all the basics, right? Whether they say that, whether they will admit it or not, right? So it feels good when you're able to go ahead and accomplish something, and it feels good to tout somebody, right? I'm a huge cheerleader. I will lift somebody up all day. And that's what coach needs. He needs people in here who are willing to step up and lift people up. And damn it, I don't care if I'm the best trader or the worst trader. I know how to lift somebody up. And so that's what he uses me for. I will lift you up, right?
You're like me, Don.
Yeah.
It's going to be great when we get there. But
Yep.
in the meantime, if I can help somebody else by something I say or do,
Yep. Absolutely.
awesome.
If I can lift you up in any way, or I have an understanding of something, and you haven't quite gotten there yet, and I can explain it to you in a way that gets you there even quicker than me, what happened in F2's case. Oh my God, that was an ego buster. But I'm so proud of him, right? I'm like, how this dude gonna take the indicator lessons and then go do what he did with that, and then get the palm lesson, and then just like blow up. I'm like, wow, he really took that and ran with that shit. And I'm like, that's amazing. It's
Yeah, I
amazing to
want to
watch.
learn more about doing just the 21 too. Like that intrigued me so much. Like I need to go back and look at some of the go to live there to.
Experiment with I really don't want to say this, and you heard me. I got busted today with Timo. Where's your 9 and your 55, Dawn? Right? And Paul was like, put those back on there. But I take them off because I like just watching the 21 and seeing how the candles react to it. Because when they cross the 21 and they move away from it, the stock tends to stay in that direction pretty good. But the way Palm explained why you leave the 9 and 55 on there today made sense for me to leave them on. Because he said that the 21 is like the double line down the middle of the highway. And you've got the 55, you've got the 9. It's like the double, and you got your two lanes. When they start getting weird, or the 9 starts cluing you in that different things are happening in the trade, well, you don't want to be all of a sudden sitting there and get smacked in the face, which, when those candles would start to get to where they would touch the 21 and break it, it's no different than any usual. It breaks the 21, I'm out. I did that even when I was trading the break and hold of the 9. It breaks the 21, I'm out. So I'm like, why the hell not just trade with the 21 then? If that's my end all be all out, why not trade it when it crosses it? Because then but to his point, you do kind of want those warning signs. And you do kind of want that confirmation. So the 9 is the warning sign and the strength of what's happening, which direction it's going. And then that 55 is the confirmation, right? Once
Sharp
it's
curve
past,
ahead.
right, right? 9. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm going up now. I think I'm going up. 21 still sitting there straight, right? But the 9 has curved. So I'm like sitting there, ha, 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 everything's all good, not knowing that the 9 is doing this, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for it, and all of a sudden the candles start moving up, and then they'll go back down. So I'm like, okay, great. That must have tapped the 9 and came back down. It didn't come anywhere near the 21. I'm good. But if it starts breaking and then all of a sudden they're at the 21. I'm like, oh shit. Right? Where'd they come from? And then it confirms the 55 confirms it because now they've broken the 9 and they're at the 55. He's right. So I'm gonna leave him on. I'm gonna leave him on. Although I did like the screen better without him, less cluttered. You know what I mean? I realize I don't like a lot of stuff on the screen. I'm getting to the point where I only have a few lines now. Dude, F2 today I took all my lines off IWM because you saw I had a ton. And I'm like, nope, I gotta get rid of them. I gotta get rid of them.
What
Or close said, and being colorblind makes it harder to distinguish lines the more you add.
Well, that's the crazy thing is blind as my ass is, I'm not colorblind. I'm actually not colorblind at all. I can distinguish colors. In fact, that's one of the things that I still have that I'm blessed to have that I can still distinguish colors because that helps me with the L2, believe it or not, you know? So, F, did you trade? You traded Apple, right?
I did. I traded a little bit this morning early, and when it was going up, I scalped on the downside of Apple this morning for a little bit, and then of course
It
I had
seemed
to.
like it was in a pretty good channel all day.
Yeah, I did it. I bought a few contracts, and I did okay. And of course I was working, and we're getting
Yep.
ready to go into busy time, November and Thanksgiving and stuff. So we're taking a lot
Getting
of
busy.
concentration. I'm getting ready to get my butt whooped for the next 5 or 6 weeks. So
Yeah. Enjoy that.
yeah,
Enjoy that.
Well, that's something I was actually thinking about this morning, F2, because you're in there pretty early at the pre-market.
yeah.
Are you doing shares also, like in the pre-market, or are you just contract?
Occasionally I will. What I'm doing because I have to. I'm working and listening at the same time. What I listen to is like how Doug explains like some of the charting and stuff, like the levels and things. I listen to it, and then if it's something that catches my attention, like I'll stop and be like, look at my phone screen real quick and be like, oh, that type of thing. I'll listen to that on basically his charting because he is very detailed when he is talking
Yes, he
about
is.
it. Um, and like the other day, I got in the Future Sunday Zoom to just watch it, charting them and explaining it. I'm not interested in futures right now, but um, he's having success on how he charts things too. So
Oh, that's cool. I was thinking just sticking to Apple, just trading Apple shares in the pre-market. But yeah,
uh,
that's
yeah,
even better.
I I brought down my account. I did some things uh, this past week and brought down my account and things. So we'll get it built back up, and then I'll start trading a bunch of shares too. So
Cool.
Yep. Yep. He he breaks down the charts and things. I love to hear him say that. I love to hear him saying things. All right, where are we at?
She got a thing for Southern accents.
He's got the thing. I love it. I love you hear you say right. I love your eyes. Price, right. I love that. Who else said that? Somebody, was it Matthew McConaughey? Have you ever seen Ed TV?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, where he's like, I can slide right on into it. It talks Texas accent. But yes, I love to hear you guys say right and price. Where are we at here? Oh, I gotta hit play. That's where we're at.
Or not.
Right there. Look at that. Like clockwork.
Air out on you.
Look at that thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail. What were you saying?
We we don't see nothing, Miss Dawn.
Oh, damn.
You're sharing the wrong screen.
I am. My bad. Hold on. Let me get that fixed. Where are you? Oh, there it is. All right, now reshare. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
You can either wait for exact confirmation, which is going to be above 121.50, which we had marked out earlier, right? So 121.50 is going to be a big one. So this would be a green light to me to the upside. Or you're going to be scalping this channel. Right now, hold on, let me draw this channel. I'm going off the top of these wicks. Here, here, here. Let me show you. This, 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 and partially of that. Can you guys see it? So that is telling us for sure that this is going to be a level of resistance. Do you see it?
I remember this being a very, very good video. Please pay close attention to this.
Okay.
one.
So that's a big one, right? It's got to break that. So that's going to be our first one. Now you can see the other channel is right here. You see the bottom of these wicks. Let me get rid of this. Let me put it in. So this is the channel we're dancing in right here. Right there. Now I got that from these, this, and this. Do you see them? So right now, if you're a scalper, you can trade in this channel, right? That's the scalp play inside of the channel. If it breaks to here, we know that's going to be a nice long. We know if it breaks here, that's going to be a nice short or a put, right?
This basically is what Palm was describing when he was talking about that 5-day charting.
Right.
But that's the channel we're trading in. So scalpers, do your thing inside of your channel. For everybody
I mean, he
else,
got
there is
extra
your
advanced with
2-minute
it, but
confirmation.
yeah.
EWO to the upside on Tesla. Do you see it? And this is nice too. So you've got candles. Every candle's higher, right? Stair stepping. Looking good. Now, you also know if you enter this, you have a 20.
Where he's talking about the primary area of resistance, that would be here. Your primary area of support is here. And that's the thickness of either the ceiling or the floor or the channel that's in the middle that's being traded, right? And if it breaks out to the upside, obviously that's, you know, your cue to get into the long, right? With your stop just below it in case it decides, oh, well, I'm as high as I'm going to go. I just wanted to fake you out. Let me go ahead and knife drop and go where I'm supposed to go, which is down, right? But yeah, this is good stuff.
25 to 40% until it goes green. It's probably going to go green literally as soon as it breaks the top of this candle. But of course, we want to have more action. We want to see it touch back up here around this 121. What is that? 27, and then continue to fly. You know, if it comes back down here, because you get, well, there you go. You're getting paid. Never mind. Use your stop. You're good to go. Here's the thing, and this could happen to a lot of people. You could have your stop. It went green, and you had your stop here, right? You barely made money, and that can happen. But at least it's a green trade, right? No matter what, that was a profitable trade. But then you could be like, but coach, I wanted to get more. Well, that's okay, right? If you had a very small size, you didn't care that you bought it here and it went to here because you're like, well, that's only 10 bucks. Okay. Well, then don't put your stop here when it goes green. Allow this to work a little bit more, right? You're not worried if it goes down 10 bucks, right? Which means you can have it dance in here for a little bit until it has a big breakout. Do you see the difference? If you were heavier loaded, right? If you had 100 contracts instead of 1, well, when it goes green, I want to put a stop because guess what? That's a $500 trade. Immediately, boom, 500 bucks. You might go, well, I only got 1 and that was a $5 trade. Okay, well then don't have your stop right here. You can still allow it to come back down here, right? You still got a lot of room you can wiggle with.
Deep.
Right here is the channel. This is support. It's coming down to it now. See this? So you got two choices, right? It's going to hit this and bounce back to the up.
Yeah, it was recorded, Rob. Um, we went on ahead and hit the record button. It ran from about a couple minutes to 2, and it was about 25 minutes long. So I sent the timestamp to Bruno and asked him if I could edit it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Upside, and we're in this channel still, right? If it does not, what it's going to do is it's going to pull and it's going to break through support. Now we know to put our stop above it, right? And then this is the call down here, right? So this is our put. You see it?
Yeah.
But right now it's in this channel, okay?
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like, so let's say it breaks through and then
Down here, okay,
right, and you short it.
okay.
Are you actually supposed to wait for that candle to break and then close below it?
Well,
Or do
you're
you
going to know
enter
by
as soon as it breaks?
No, you'll know by the speed. You'll know what the volume is. You'll know how it did it, when it. You're going to be looking for things like right here. You know the 200 is going to be critical. We already know this one's going to be a harder spot. We already know that from all the training we've been receiving in here, right?
Yeah.
So once it breaks, that doesn't mean anything. This broke it. Do you see how that one little wick touched it?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it broke and held though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could do that 10 times doing this. No. We need to actually see it come down, stay below that critical level, whether it's another candle or a longer candle. Because a longer candle, you could still put in a stop loss tighter, right? Because even if it bulls right back, your stop will protect you, yes?
Yeah.
So you could do it off a long candle. You could do it off of the second candle that stays in here. Whatever your comfort level is. There it goes. Do you see what it's doing? Guess what? This is resistance you're watching now, right?
Yeah, so you're thinking either short it if it rejects, or if it breaks through, you go long.
That's right. And right now it's showing long. Can you tell me why?
Because it's above the resistance.
No, candle strength. You see how long the candle was? Do you see this right here? You see this hammer? This is an inverted hammer coming off of a bear downside. See it?
Yeah.
Feeding into a larger amount of volume, which is an engulfing candle past the previous candle. Now gives you to the upside, right? Once I
Yeah.
saw the body blast to the upside, that tells me volume has increased, which created a long candle, which now this is support. I'm in a call, right? If you're not able to do all this, you are not scalping. So this is not your world yet. So go back, master the candles, master the patterns, find out what it is, why it's doing it, or sit back, relax, because I just gave you a giant master class of what it was, when it happened, and I do that every day. So just watch every day while you are taking notes, while you are reading the ebooks, the patterns, the candlesticks, everything, right?
Right.
And then you'll eventually get it. Don't worry. Scalping, remember, I don't want you guys trying to run before you've walked. What I just showed you and what it did is the hardest part there is in trading, right? So you shouldn't be starting there unless your every day is green and your portfolio is so big now you don't have to worry about it. Your 2-minute EWO is now, quadrupled your account. Everything looks great, and now you can afford to scalp, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get wrecked in here because you're not ready to read this. Everybody see where it's sitting? Same thing. You're now watching VWAP. This could be the bounce. So what do? The call's here. The put's right here. The stop's opposite ends. Stop, call, put. Watching for a bounce, and there you go. See it? If you are not ready for that, right, you're not ready to scalp. Do you see this? But do you guys see how fast you need to be? Do you see how you have to have all of these things playing together? You see your doji right here, which could be a sign of reversal, right? And then you saw this body, this one, lower than the previous body, which also tells you this is bearish, right? Now you're at the 200. If this breaks through the 200 with power, you're still in a strong put. You're starting to see your EWO. It's fading from buyers to sellers. Now you're watching this level. You're still in this put, You could have your stop right here now. You've made a ton of money. That way, if it does bounce and reject off the 200, you collect your money, right? Lots going on in that very small window, and you've got to be good. You've got to be good with your mechanics. You better be able to read this, and you've got to be fast. And this is going to be the last part of the training for everybody. And I'm telling you, this could take a long time. It's hard. How do you have to put it all together. Your brain has to also be fast enough. You have to recognize it, right? That here it comes, it's doing this. When it gets here, it could do that. The whole time you're assessing the situation. What was the overall trend? Where's it going? What was it doing? What did it do before it? Was there any news? I need to make sure there isn't some kind of impactful news off of SPY. I'm also watching, I'd typically
That
down
was a
here, I'd
nice
be watching
transition.
Apple, right? What's the rest of the market doing? Is there anything that could be pulling this to know that I should be watching for something else? Now I'm on the 200. I already know right here this could bounce off the 200. If it does, what am I going to do? Where am I going to execute the trade? Once I execute the trade, what am I going to be in? And then what am I looking for? That should all be going through your head. Boom, right there. You see this? Boom, that's a stop out. Now we're in a call. And now our stop is down here, which is going to be down here for support to ride this back up. This is your channel between VWAP and the 200. Everybody see it?
Yes, sir.
That's it. I mean, you got to be that fast. And if it changes, you better be ready to get out, make your next move. What am I looking for? Then you're like, okay, if it goes here, I need it to do this, and I'm watching for that, and then I'm going to check these out. Okay, then it's going to do this. You guys should all be mapping on your screen, right? So you've got this up here. This is going to be to my upside. This will be, whoops, this will be to my downside. I need to keep an eye on these. That's scalping.
Anyone else ever get the feeling like they're watching Madden calling a football game?
Yes, big time. I think I called him Madden once before. I said, "You're the Madden of trading." Seriously, he really is. And it's like, once you get it, it's good stuff, man. It really is. And I was just thinking about while I was watching that, I'm like, this is what Mark and Nate did in the pre-market when they were watching the L2 and watched the slingshot happen when people would buy whatever was at the top of the ask side. They would watch people from the bid side buy that amount and watch that amount go down, 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 down until it was ready to move forward. They had bought up that level, which meant it was ready to slingshot to the next highest price. And they were ready, and I'm like, wow, this is, you can get in there, wait in the weeds, right? And the weeds doesn't have to be too low. It can be like the lowest level right there where the pullbacks are happening, and you can ride it just up to the top of the L2 and be done, make 10 cents and be out with like 1,000 contract or 1,000 shares. You feel me?
7 cents at a time.
Yep. Yeah, but you just got to get good at making that move. Once you get good at making that move, you throw 1,000 shares at that thing, you're making $100 a move. I see it. I've seen them do it. But it's like, then stay your ass in there and have the patience to do it until you do it right. But it's like, so.
Right. That's where I've gotten where I love those $1 to $3 stocks, in the pre-market, because 100 shares, every penny's a dollar.
And don't let it be a morning where it breaks out.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got 100 shares of something that goes from $7 to $13. Or $25, you are golden. So, and it happens. We've seen it.
At the same time, you got to be able to cut it loose when it gets down to that your dollar in a hole. Done.
Yeah. You got to really wipe out the greed.
$300-$400 in the hole.
You got to wipe out the greed. You got to get good at go ahead and taking that green and wiping out that greed. And, that's another thing Paul was talking about this afternoon. Stop thinking about the money. We talk about that all the time. Money is the biggest thing that holds us up. Me, and I know a lot of other traders. It's like, we're constantly focused on the money and not the trade itself, not just the process, right? Man, that is the hardest part of this game. You start really, really wiping away the noise and your mental bullshit and just focusing on the trade and getting that green and getting out. You're golden. F, you are a prime example of that. You honed in on that, and it's just been like a faucet ever since. That is so awesome.
Let's do this. You want to do some master scalping real quick?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up the 30-second here.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. The 1 minute was too fast. Imagine 30.
Yeah. We're going to set up right here. We're going to set this for a 1 minute. Okay, it looks like this. Then up here, I'm going to set this to options because I need this is my trading window, bottom right. This is my overall window. So here's the call. Now it's too late. There's puts. I'm in it. It missed the fill. Oh, now it entered the fill right here. There we go. Making money and 95 bucks. Waiting on this breathe back. Let me see if I actually got a fill. 335. Okay, so it ended up giving me 60 bucks instead of 95s. Everybody see this?
Coach, why do you do that with options and not stocks? Is it easier with options?
Well, I mean, because this portfolio doesn't have enough money in it. If this was a $1 million account, I could buy Tesla shares, right? Right here, I'm watching these candles. See this call? See the building pressure pushing, but it's gonna fade. It's gonna fade. Let me show you why. See this trend? We got to be careful. See how it's down, 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 down? If this doesn't get a giant push, which has to go across this body, which I'll draw it, as soon as it crosses this body, this is a call. Right here, bang, call. See it?
Yep.
And if this fades down to this body, and then I'm out into a put. A little more push, a little more push. It's so close, I can't tell because I'm not in it. There it goes. That's the money. See it? Ding. That's it.
Yep.
It's like that, baby. That's what I'm talking
One
about.
day. One day.
Woo! It's beautiful, man. Just brings a tear to my eye, Lolo. See the weakness? Weakness. You everybody see that weakness? Now I'm going to wait. I'm actually going to trade this. Hold on. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Give me a moment. This is where you got to be really fast. I'm waiting. If this candle breaks this previous body's candle right here, I'm going to hit it, but I got to be careful. The 200. 0 seconds. See how it didn't break this previous body? It's just flat. So that's no good for a call. See this?
Yes, sir.
So, but do you see? You got to be quick, man. Got to be quick, Lolo.
So let's say how you drew that trend line, right? If it
Yep.
goes above that trend line, obviously
Yeah,
calls.
Yeah, this
Does
one's
it
gone now.
become support even though it's diagonal?
Nah, not necessarily. No,
Okay.
not with a trend line. No. See how it's moving to the upside? Do you see how this is all strong right here? Oh, look at that. See, I missed it, but there it goes. There it is. 30 bucks. Don't know if I made it. Let me see if what it sold it at. Oh yeah, I did. Wow, it actually gave me 30 bucks. Huh,
Nice.
Okay, nice. Why not?
You got
it
100
doesn't give you-
times, you got 3,000.
Yeah, usually it doesn't give you a good fill because this was light speed, baby. Bang, 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 bang,
Look at
bang.
Lolo thinking about the money. If you had had 1,000, if you had had 100 contracts, you would have had 1,000.
Bang, bang, bang. All right, now it's pulling back below the 200, but you've got momentum to the upside now.
Lolo would take chances, though, right? Lolo was one of those lotto players, right?
Yeah.
He would get in stuff and go for the gusto, which, hey, he got pretty damn good. He ended up paying off his house, right, from what he learned at American Dream Trading. So, but he would do a lot of risky trades.
Lolo. That means you're stronger trending to the upside than the downside. We're keeping an eye on this. Let me get rid of this one. I'm watching 200 though. I'm not in this trade. Look at this big pull. Now that changes completely. That's a huge pull. Now right here, Lolo, I'm watching this spot. Let me
They
show you
should
now.
have named his ass YOLO.
Now, see this spot?
Yep.
Now I'm watching that. If that breaks below, buddy, oh, like it's getting heavy. I will be in puts. Yeah, I'm in it now, just in case. I'm trying to get in a little early. There it is. I entered another one. Tried to. Cancel that order. Take this one. Bang. There's a $150 profit. See that, Lolo?
Yep.
Let me see if I actually got a good fill. It gave me 100, not 150, but I'll take it. So now we're down here in the put range. But I told you if it broke this, I tried to add 2 of them. I don't know if you guys saw that. It didn't grab the second one. I had to cancel the second order and then go in and sell my first one.
I did, yep.
Yep. And these need to be over here because I can't see the damn things. There we go. Let me look. It's still showing put. The reason that is, Lolo, is because off that heavy pull, there it goes. Hold on, let me make money. Come on, a little more. I'll take it. 25. Let me see what I got. I got 10. But I'll take it. Still in a put. Can you tell me why that's still a put, Lolo? Obviously, you can see it now, but why was it still a put when I called it on this candle?
Because it was a continuation of the last 2 red candles.
That's
Yeah.
right, because it never decided to come back, even close to back up, which means there's zero strength. To
That's the second time in 2 days I've heard that.
Yeah.
Because Palm, we listened to Palm say it on the video this morning. This afternoon, it happened on IWM and SPY. And now Coach just said it. So that is huge, gang. When you see these candles do this, because typically what we're taught is when it does a big gamma push like that, there is a retracement of 50% to the up or down, depending on in the opposite direction, right? But when it continues on, that's so crazy. It goes down, and it's usually bigger candles. So that's institutions positioning it and just pushing it. And that's the third time I've seen that. That's just
But-
look.
the fit. It's a likely. There's likely to be a 50% retracement. No
Right.
guarantees,
Yeah, of course.
but yeah,
Yeah, there's no guarantee of anything. But usually there's a 50% retracement, right? When you have a big gamma candle. But when there's not that 50% retracement, I'm seeing where that usually means it's going to continue pretty strongly in that same direction. That's the third example in 2 days that I've seen of that. That is interesting. Wow. Okay. Another nugget.
The upside, right?
So if that one does the same thing, it says down, and we might get another red candle, even
That
if
is
it
cor-
says green.
that is correct. But because it's breathed back so much here, or pulled back so much here, you could now get a blowback back up here to this 215, right to here. If this body breaks this candle, it could push back to 215. So right here is indecisive. See this one?
Yep.
This one looks like it wants to push to the upside, but your overall trend's to the downside. That means I wouldn't
Right.
touch this one yet. It needs to tell me you're going to come down here or you're coming up here, and I'm not touching you until you tell me it's starting to come down. I'm going to set up, but I'm not making any decisions until this tells me off of these two candles. There it is. That's the upside. See the upside? Bang.
Yep.
There it goes.
Nailed it.
Yep. And I'll take my money. $7.
Wow, that was
Hell, it
that
broke
was
even.
that was like epic.
Oh, but that would have been it. And there
That
you go.
was
There's your
freaking
call. You
epic.
see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Coach.
Coach.
I scalped along with you there, single contracts. I made about $54 total.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
You know,
remember
and
that
as long
voice?
I
You know who
barely
that
hear it.
was, right? That was Mitch.
as you can read, see how this is a sign of weakness. See right there? Yeah, I could tell you off this one. But if this, I was just gonna say, if this breaks this though, boom, call. Right? We got to go by these last two candles. As soon as it breaks the previous body candle, you're on the other side. Now, what are we looking for, Lolo? Right up here.
We're looking
Double
for that
top
top to be
pullback.
broken to get on calls.
Yep, right there. Yep, see this big push down, right? So that's showing selling pressure, but I'm undecided here. See, this is stair stepping up. Bang, 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 right? See them all?
Yes, sir.
So we're going overall trend. I mean, look at this trend. See it? And now right here, as soon as it
Calls.
breaks through that, calls.
Yep.
But you saw a big blowback right here. So you better be fast to the switch.
It might come back down right there with that
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah, because it'll push right back. You can see it's doing it here. See this?
He didn't even call it a double top. Because he would have said double top all day. That just shows how old this video is.
So be
Right.
careful, but this is a call above 288 and then big pushback. See, there it goes. There's your pushback. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
the
There it
lessons
is.
are
You're in the
still the
trade there.
same.
That's nice. Got no pushback. That's
Wow.
good sign for up, 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 right?
Yep.
That means it broke through. That's beautiful right there. Nice. That
So
pop.
each candle is pretty much telling you how to write your story or how to trade your trade, do your trade.
Absolutely. So I look at each candle individually, plus obviously the candles right next to it, plus I look at the overall trend of what's been happening. Then I'm going back, of course, like I tell all of you, right? The 200, the MA, any, key areas, support and resistance. If not, though, I am literally
Wow,
scalping
look at
these
that.
candles.
It
Every
didn't
single one. I
retrace
can
it.
tell you by the way that the volume pushes or what it was doing, where it's going. I mean, this is at some point you guys will get here. Once you get here, this is the end game, by the way. Because if you can read this, let me show you guys something. Let me show you a little something. This will blow your mind. You ready for this one? So everything I just showed you, right, Lolo and team? Watch this. I can apply this to anything I want. Now,
That was
because
my next question.
Yep. Now, because I know what candles do based upon what they were, where they're going, and how they act, I can move this basically to any candle time frame if I want to then do intraday swings, right? So if this was a 1 minute candle and we're scalping this, we're going to apply the same thing to this. Right now we're in a day though. Do you see what I'm saying, Lolo?
Yes, sir.
What's the overall trend looking like off these candles?
It's a downtrend.
Yep,
So we will have to break that top right there
that's
in order to
right.
get on calls for a swing.
That's right.
So, F, let me ask you a question. You still there? So, based on like how you were when you first started watching these videos and listening to what he's saying, you do all of that, don't you? You like eat that, you know exactly what he's looking at.
Yes, like more in depth. Like what really got me on that was that Sunday afternoon I met with Martin to see uh to kind of explain it to me a little bit better, and just watching the videos like this over and over on YouTube and Discord, and now I just chart the crap out of it, and
It's
I do
not
think
Chinese anymore or another language.
no, it's not. It's sometimes it'll move a little bit more than like I'll be like, well, why did it move that much? You know,
Hmm.
there'll be like
Hmm.
little things like that that don't see. That's or understand why it would move so much one way above, and sometimes I don't know, like on a double top and a double bottom, like how many times do we know it's going to hit the double top and come back down, or when it's going to flash past it? You know, that things like that I don't see when that's going to happen.
Gotcha. And you know what? Honestly, it's probably fair to say nobody does. That's why you have to play the waiting game. Because a lot of times when it gets to double tops, he gets out before, you know what I mean, before it starts cascading down and then gets into the downside, right? He
Right.
waits because it could get there and it could blow past it. That's why he says get in it. If you get in it, make sure that stop is right underneath because you really don't know. So I get that. Yeah. It's like it's best just to stay out of it and just wait and let it make up its mind, right? But you don't want to get the move too late. So you gotta be quick, boy. You gotta be quick thinking with this stuff.
It helps
Right.
to make
Or
sure you pre-chart too. So
Yes. Big time.
this body, like when our 1 minutes happen, right?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, this giant body needs to stay above, which you can see it's formed above this one and go higher. And as soon as it breaks here, which is funny because we actually have this marked. This I can't zoom in on it. This line is marked. Look, see this body?
Yep.
As soon as it breaks that, boom, big driving factor to the upside. So we're literally just taking a giant time frame, shifting this thing into a bigger swing trade, and we could do the same off of our day chart. See our day chart? See how it's a nicely stair step up, 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 up. But then look, see the big candle pull? So this is not a sign of confidence to me on this, unless again, this body is higher than this one, right?
Correct.
I need an engulfing candle off the daily here. Otherwise, this is still a put. Do you see how I can apply this though to a day?
Yep. So you can buy, let's say, start a position once it engulfs the previous candle,
Correct.
and then if it goes above the wick, maybe, or if you have your 200 or whatever on there,
Yep.
your
Yep.
May,
Yep.
if it breaks it, then you add more to your position because it's going on an uptrend.
That's correct. And just like here, you see the 200 off this?
Yes, sir.
So if it breaks that, you already know you're in a strong position to the upside, just like we always do, right?
Yep.
And then there it goes. I mean, but if you look at this day, right? And this, remember I called this out down here at 100, and here it is. It's
Yes, sir.
literally been driving ever since. See the overall trend? That's your trend. But every day you could have looked at it. See right here. Look at this is a perfect example. This was a day. See this one? See it all red?
Yep.
Look what it did the very next day.
Came down.
And then look at where this body went higher than this candle. See this one?
And if we read the book that you recommended, that doji is indecision, so you got to wait to the next candle to see what direction the stock is going to take.
Yep, that's right. But look right here. You see how this body
This is swing trading 101. Somebody had asked about some swing trading strategies and how do you look at that, and this is the perfect video for them.
is higher than this one? Bang, that's your entry. See how these were all flat?
Because these are days instead of minutes, right?
None of those were a call. Do you see them?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So you can take what I've got, you can apply it across the board to every single thing.
Coach, that's going to help out a lot.
Yep, that's good. And here, see how this broke the 200, broke VWAP, heading to the upside.
So Lula paid his house off and he left this.
He did. Yep. He paid his house off. Well, you know what happened with that, right?
No.
Oh. Well.
Either way, I pulled a Dawn. I was sitting here talking about getting out before the double top, and then if it breaks through, re-entering and watching the volume in the candle in L2, and he just kept right on going. And I'm like, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I miss him. He was actually on here one night and kind of said something off kilter against coach's normal strategy, and they kind of got into it a little bit over it, and yeah, he had to leave him. He had to let old Lolo go, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We all try to stay, because he was a mod, so we all try to stay on the same page and teach what coach teaches, how coach teaches it. And you may get it, like Palm is very careful when he does a strategy. Richard's very careful. They don't go against what coach, even though what they teach is a little bit more advanced training. It's still just adding on to what it's building on top of what coach is already teaching you, right? But they just go, in depth with some stuff that coach could do, but he likes to keep it simple because he wants to attract new people and he doesn't want to make it too complicated for them. But if you sit in on those afternoons and listen to Palm and Richard, it'll make your head spin. But once you really get it, you realize the depth of what they're talking about. And coach is doing the same thing. He just sketches broader strokes with the same lesson, right? But Lolo wanted to do it Lolo's way, right? So, and it was like, yeah, no, we can't do it. So it is what it is. He still did well. And he paid his house off. So all due to American Dream Trading. So people come and go, right? Coach says it all the time.
That's true.
But gentlemen, yep. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to let you go ahead and enjoy your evenings, because I appreciate you guys coming up here so much and hanging out with me, watching these videos. Hopefully you all got something out of them. This playlist that I'm looking at, because this is a very, very good scalping playlist. If you want to hone in on your scalping, this is in the training videos, that video section on Discord. It's right under the how-to videos. It's called training videos. And this one is scalping strategies. It's one of the first couple ones. So go in there and play this playlist. It's got gems in here. You guys have all seen it. So it's got some good stuff, right? Anything you guys want to add before we get out of here?
No, I'm great.
Yes, you are.
Not all.
Good night,
It was a
everybody.
pleasure hanging out with you guys, you all.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Don't be a stranger.
Come back anytime.
All right, F2, James L, and Don.
All right. Have a good night. We're going to end with coach's rules as we normally do, gang. Let's see. There we go. All right. Peace and blessings. Everybody have a good night. See you tomorrow.
You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf in my mind, till I found a spark, a way to realign. Not just numbers, charts, or lines on a screen. American dream train. You opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I can rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. Used to think I missed my chance, too late to change, but you showed me growth lies outside the cage. Now I'm building something real, not just getting by. Flipping setbacks into fuel, reaching for the sky. You said mindset first, and now I see success starts with who you believe you can be. American dream training, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. It's not about luck, it's learning to lead, turning every loss into a seed. Now I grow with every rise and fall, standing tall, no dreams too small. American dream being traded, you show me the way, turn my dark into light, my night into day. Now I'm writing my future in my own hand, with purpose, with power, with a brand new plan. From stuck to soaring, from fear to flight, you helped me rewrite my life. Yeah, I'm trading more than stocks, I'm trading pain for pride. Thanks to the dream, now rewrite my life.